Hi, I'm Ellen Gormley, and welcome to, I think this is part 5 of the Valentine's Crochet Shawl, and it's a free pattern. The link is in the description below. We're using lovely, yummy Barocco vintage DK yarn, and here is the shawl. So go back and look at parts 1, 2, 3, and 4. I have videos for right and left-handed, but now we're ready to talk about the edging. So I have the shawl mostly done, but I want to jump ahead and make sure that you understand the edging before I continue stitching. So I took a photograph of the whole shawl. So this is it laid out in full, so you can see the whole thing at a time. And so the previous videos show you how to make the first motif, and then I marked it with a marker so that I knew which one was number 1. And then I added the second motif to the first, so that's joining one side. And then I just built off of that. And when you needed to join 2 sides, there's also a video for that. I think that one is part 3. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 motifs along the sides. Then notice that there's skip 2, and you build out in a number of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 diamonds here, and then there's no squares up here. Okay? So I don't know how many total that is. You will not need more than 3 hanks of yarn of this vintage DK yarn, assuming that your gauge is on target. What else do you need to know? I started the edging down here. So this is the middle back. So imagine this on a person. Her head is up here, her arms are out wide. This points down the middle of the back. And so this is where we start the edging. We start it right here, and then you'll work with the right side of the shawl facing in the manner in which you go. So right-handers will go one direction, left-handers will go the other direction, and it doesn't matter at all. So start at the point at the middle back. And then I wanted to point out on this diagram before I put it aside that the long sides here are really easy, and they're the same. Up here, I want you to treat all the points of the squares exactly like we did down here, and I'll show that to you. And then when we have dips here, where there's a dip between squares, that'll get a separate treatment, and I'll show you that in just a moment as well after I stop my dog from barking. Okay, so let's start with the bottom middle back corner. And my stitching is not completely done, but I want to show you this in detail. So the bottom corner here, I started with a standing treble crochet, and I need to make a video for that. But we started down here in the corner with 3 treble crochets and then a picot, which is the same that you did at the corners of the motif. So what it is chain 5 and then single crochet in the 5th chain from the hook, and then 3 more double crochet or 3 more treble crochets. So this is the corner, and this is the same corner that you're going to do on any corner that you encounter that juts outward. Okay, then we'll do chain 3. There's chain 3 spaces in between everything. Single crochet in the side loop of that motif, chain 3. I'm just road mapping it for you, and then I'm going to show you. And then when we get 2 motifs together, 1 motif and 2 motifs, what we're going to do is span the gap by placing 3 treble crochets in the corner of the first motif. Then we'll do the little picot thing, which is the chain 5 single crochet in the 5th chain from the hook, and then 3 more treble crochets in the corner of the next motif. Do you see that? It kind of forms a little London bridge across the gap between 2 motifs. And you'll do that for all of the gaps between motifs where it's just a flat line across. Okay, so it's the same here, it's the same here. Okay, so you can kind of see it. I'll road map it a little bit more for you, and then we'll begin stitching. So along the long side where it's not jagged like a sawtooth, we are doing 3 treble crochets in the corner space of a motif, then chain 5 single crochet in the 5th chain from the hook, and then 3 more treble crochets in the next corner. Okay, I hope you can see that. then all of the regular sides are chain 3, single crochet in the chain 5 loop, chain 3. Okay, that's what we'll be repeating. All right, I'm going to get along. I did most of it, and I'm going to do the remaining part with you so that you can see all the parts together. So we're at the end here of the last dip I have. So road mapping, this piece here is right here on the shawl. This is where we are. This is the part we're going to do because it will incorporate some corners and the dip and then the side. So let's do it. So I'm on the last little corner here before we finish up this little side, and I did 3 treble crochets, and then let's do the, go ahead and do a picot and pull back so that the stitching is not pulled too much. 3 treble crochets, remember treble crochets are 2 yarn overs, and then the corner is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 single crochet in the 5th chain from the hook, and that makes this little loopy thing here, and then go right into 3 treble crochets in the same spot because we're doing a corner that is jutting out. And I'm not sure how this is going to be written in the pattern because frankly I haven't written it down yet, but this video will help get you there. Then we chain 3, 1, 2, 3 to make a little ladder, a little plank across to the chain 5 side spot, single crochet in the chain 5 side loop, chain 1, 2, 3. Now we're getting to this little dip. So this is a perpendicular 90-degree angle here, and we need to span this gap. And so I'm going to place a decrease using the corner of this motif and the corner of this motif and skipping this one. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to do 2 legs of a treble crochet without finishing them here, and then decrease by doing 2 legs of a treble crochet in this motif corner, and then loop them all together. So it's a similar, the same concept as the corner of the motif that you did on the motif, only we're doing 4 because I like the symmetry of 2 and 2. And it's the same thing. We're just placing 2 legs here and 2 legs there. So I hope that makes sense. Go back and watch part 1 and 2 if you need to. So I'm going to place 2 of the treble crochet legs, which is yarn over, pull through 2, and then leave it there and don't finish the stitch. So yarn over twice, insert the hook where you want it to go in that space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Leave that last loop there because we're going to decrease. So now I'm going to skip this middle motif and not do anything with that one. And on here, I'm going to place 2 over there. So yarn over twice, insert into the loop of that motif over there, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops twice, and do it again. Yarn over twice, insert the hook in the loop, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So I'm decreasing. Do you see what I'm doing here? I'm decreasing. There are 2 legs of the motif, and I just pulled it off my hook. I'll put it back. 2 legs of the little grouping here on this motif corner, and 2 legs of the grouping on this motif, and this one I didn't put anything in that corner spot. Now I'm going to join it all together, decrease it all together with a yarn over and pull through all loops on the hook. There you go. And that is how you span the gap when you have like an L-shaped space and you need to fill it. I will not be repeating this instruction in this video, so go back and rewind and play this part again if you need to. Okay, from there we're going to chain 3. Also, I want to make a note that no matter what configuration of motifs you decided to do on this pattern, whether you did them exactly like mine, or if you made a rectangle, or if you made a triangle straight across, or whatever you did, you can still use this method. So do the fill in the spaces like this, and then the sides will all be the same no matter what shape shawl you ended up making. So I chain 3. I'm going to just single crochet in that chain 5 side loop. Then I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. And now we have a we're spanning a gap, it's not a corner. So along the long side, we'll be doing this same thing. And this same thing is 3 treble crochets in this corner, 3, and then the picot thing, and then 3 treble crochets in that corner. And so we're just using that to be the little London bridge from motif to motif. So yarn over twice because we're doing treble crochets. And we are finishing these treble crochets. We are not doing a decrease. So we're just going to place 3 of them in the corner of the first motif. And then we're going to jump the gap, jump the crevasse with a chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And single crochet in the 5th chain from the hook. Just get it in there. I like to use the back bar. And then I'll place 3 more treble crochets here in the corner of the next motif. Yarn over twice. And these are just completed treble crochets. We're not decreasing. It's just a little fan. It's a little variation on what we have been doing all along. Excellent. So that is what we do on the sides where we're just jumping the gap between 2 motifs. Then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, single crochet in the chain 5 loop, chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Now we are at an external corner here. By external corner, I mean we're like, this is the outer edge of the shawl. We are right here on the diagram now, up here. We're in this corner. And so in these corners, these points, and it's the same as the back middle point. So the back middle point was 3 treble crochets, and then the little picot thing, and then 3 more treble crochets all in the same space. So that will be within parentheses in the pattern, because whenever you see a written pattern, everything that's in parentheses, just like algebra, you do all of that together. So 4, 5, chain 5, single crochet in the 5th chain from the hook, and then 3 more treble crochets in that same space. So when stitches are all grouped together in the same space, they are within parentheses in the written pattern. I hope that makes sense to you. So can you guess what we're doing now? So let's do a little quiz here. We are, you basically have seen the entire edging now. And now I'm going to write it all down for you in the pattern, but intuitively I hope you know that the next step is to chain 3, single crochet in the 5 space, chain 3, and then do the same corner the same as here. Then along the side we'll chain 3 single crochet and then do a London bridge gap across the 2 motifs here. Then we'll just finish up and slip stitch in the top of the first treble crochet, and that will finish it. So that is essentially the entire edging, and I hope that you are getting the gist of it. I do want to also show you a standing treble crochet. So let me do that. Let me put my hook down. I'm going to grab the other end of the yarn and show you a standing treble crochet. Oh, I have a little snippet of yarn here. Let's use this. So by standing treble crochet, I mean I don't like to start with a slip stitch chain 3 or chain 4 for when I'm starting the row. So at the very beginning of the shawl, down here in the bottom point, instead of starting with a slip stitch chain 4 for the first treble crochet, I'm going to start with a standing treble crochet. So I have cut yarn, like I'm starting the edging. I'm going to go ahead and make a slip knot on my yarn, put my hook through it, and then I'm going to actually show you on the corner so that you don't get confused. So this is the bottom corner of the bottom middle back corner of the shawl, and right here I started with this standing treble crochet. So it looks like a treble crochet because it is. It's not a chain 4. So what I did was I took my yarn with the slip knot on it and I yarned over twice in my hand. I left it secure on my hand, and then I chose the spot that I wanted, which was the back middle point. This is how I did it. I grabbed that back middle point of the shawl, inserted my hook while keeping tension on those yarn overs, pulled up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on the hook. Okay, do you see that? So that's the standing treble crochet. Let me do it again for you. So it's a little tricky. You could also just grab the yarn from behind the work, pull up a loop and go 1, 2, 3, 4 and count that as the first treble crochet and then keep going. You absolutely can do that. I prefer the standing treble crochet method because it doesn't look like 4 chains. It looks like a treble crochet because it is. So put a slip knot on your hook, then yarn over twice. I'm going to try and get you on the white background so you can see a little bit better. Yarn over twice. Hold the tension, hold those yarn overs on your hook while you place the hook in the stitch where you need to go. Grab the yarn, pull up a loop, keeping those tension, those yarn overs on the hook. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops on the hook. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops on the hook. And then yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops on the hook. And your tail will be at the top of the stitch now. And it's a treble crochet and not a chain 4. Okay, I hope that that's understandable. If you have trouble with that, go ahead and just pull the yarn through and chain 4. All right, so I think that's everything you need to know for the edging. Please ask questions in the comment section below. I hope you're having fun with this project. Please do not be inhibited by the layout that I chose for this. Please put motifs wherever you like. Make the shawl wherever you like. I think if I maybe would have even pulled out these 4, but this kind of hugs the neck. This is the back of the neck, so I'm going to leave them there. And then it ties really well here. So I hope you've enjoyed this Valentine's free crochet pattern, and I hope that you send me photos of your finished work, or send me photos of the problems you're having, if you're having any at all. But after you've referred to the 5 or so videos that I made for you, you can email me at Ellen, ellen.gocrochet@gmail.com, and send me your finished photos there too. And then maybe I can make a little video showcasing and giving your first name a shout out with your work so that we can all celebrate together. So that's all. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have a great day.